Today is such a busy day. I have four AVIDs I have to write, so I thought I'd make a video and tell you guys what an AVID is. A lot of people ask a lot of questions, and while they're buying a house, and it seems to me that they're usually asking common questions that maybe could be answered ahead of time. So that way, when you're in contract and you're buying your house, then you won't have to worry about trying to understand these things right away because there's a lot of different components to understand. The one I'm going to talk about today is the Agent Visual Inspection Disclosure. It's short for AVID. And this is something that we have to do as agents in order to complete the transaction. It's mandatory and by law. California is a pretty strict state in terms of liability and following letters of the law, things like that. So really, what this piece of paper is depending on who you ask, it's kind of a bureaucratic thing, but really, it's just for agents to cover themselves in terms of representing a property that is in a certain condition, and the agent has to basically disclose that he understands the condition of the property and is describing the property to everybody and signing off on it so that nobody can go after the agent after the property has been sold. Basically, that's the short of it. It's kind of a CYA thing for agents that the California Association of Realtors has made mandatory. So basically, it's kind of our own little walkthrough inspection. We just talk about the condition of the property and write it down and have both the signers, have both the buyers as well as the sellers sign it, and also ourselves. So just kind of going through it real quick here. Maybe I'll just do all this stuff later. I can kind of walk through it very quickly here with you, though. So in the very top part, it describes the address of the property, so we all know which property we're talking about. If the property is a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, the AVID has to be done for each unit. So if I was doing a multi-unit, say a fourplex, I'd have to do 4 of these AVIDs, one for each unit. Oh my goodness. So right here, say who it's inspected by, the brokerage, that would be myself. And here's where we just kind of go and drill into, things that we've seen, entryway, maybe dirty carpet. And this is just hypothetical. Living room. We could say what happens in the living room. I don't know. Fireplace. Carpet worn in front of fireplace. Now the carpet could be like totally blackened by the fireplace and the use over maybe 20 years or 30 years or whatever. We can't really talk too much about the severity of the condition of the things that we see. So I couldn't say carpet very worn, or I couldn't say carpet severely worn. And the reason why is because, what I think is severe may be not so severe to other people. Or, what I think is actually, here's a more practical explanation. What I think isn't so bad and my buyer think is really bad, then, there's kind of ambiguity in the conversation there. So in order to kind of eliminate any kind of debate about what the condition of the damage is, then you can't really talk about it in that way. So going down further down, you just kind of go through all the different rooms, and including it's basically supposed to include every single part of the house. So we've got other rooms for extra rooms. Maybe this is like a breakfast nook or something like that. You've got halls and stairs. You've got bedrooms and bathrooms. If you don't have enough, entry space, say there's 4 bedrooms and there's only 3 entries for bedrooms here, and then you go down here to other, and you can add more rooms. Um, Interior as well as exterior is covered, even garage and parking, and even in the case with condominiums, you still have to kind of note what you see in terms of any kind of damage or deficiencies, even in common exterior areas and condominiums. But generally, it's in the immediate area. Things are very, very specific to the condominium. You're not going to go and cite every little thing that the HOA has neglected throughout the whole complex. So here we have the seller. And here we have the buyer. They would each sign it as well as myself. I'm from Clem Real Estate, and my name is Grant Naba. There I am. So once each party reads this whole document and acknowledges the condition of the property as I have observed it, then basically I am limited in any kind of liability against myself, because I have already disclosed to everybody what I have observed with condition of property, and that is what the AVID, the Agent Visual Inspection Disclosure, covers. And now you are a little bit educated on one more piece of documentation. Thank you.